I don't know who I am, but I know what keeps me alive, keeps me out of jail, keeps me from hurting people. I do as I'm told. What's the point in any of it? It's all just gonna boil up and wash us away.
I so deeply loved this guy. I loved that at one point he's the picture of masculinity, but he's just soft and squishy like a marshmallow inside.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of heart in this movie.
So much heart.
You care about these people and what's going on, and you feel so bad for Ty Sheridan's character, what he's going through at home. And even though Joe isn't the perfect role model by any stretch of the imagination, when you see they form this relationship and there's love there, it's pretty powerful.
And he cares, and
Yeah.
you know, even though he's not perfect, he cares.
Yeah.
And I know that the movie was adapted from a novel, but did you use any of the novel, or did you create any backstory for Joe? Because he has got some stories to tell.
Yes, I did read the novel several times, twice before I met with David Gordon Green. I bought a hard copy limited edition of the novel, and I
Nice.
made my notes in it, and so I have that now on my mantle. There was one scene that wasn't in the script, which was in the book that I liked, and I asked David to maybe put that back in. Where in the book he's very, it's described very clearly how he's pulling the buckshot out of his shoulder.
Oh, God.
And the
yeah.
way he's holding the alcohol bottle down while he's pulling it out. And I thought, this is really a powerful moment. Let's put that back in the script. 'Cause
Hell
I want to
yeah.
see people, I want people to see how he handles that, because it speaks volumes about the character.
It told me a lot about him in the fact that he's not afraid of anything, and he also doesn't make a big deal out of stuff.
Yeah, it hurts, but he's not going to go to the hospital. He's
Yeah.
going to handle it himself, which says a lot about the character.
Because I would have rushed to the hospital
Right.
and cried like a baby.
And you would have been right to do so.
Well, and that kind of reminds me of another scene, too, in the movie where you first meet Ty Sheridan's character and are handling is it a cottonmouth snake?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you were really doing that.
Yeah, that was a real snake, a real poisonous snake.
What?
Why? I know. How do I explain this without sounding completely off my rocker?
No, sound completely off your rocker, because there's no other way to go with it.
Let me start by saying it relaxes me.
Okay.
It was a 6-page scene, or a 4 to 6 page scene. It was an important scene. The first day I meet Ty Sheridan's character, I wanted it to go well. I was feeling a little adrenaline. The adrenaline was going in the wrong direction. I had to get control of the adrenaline, so I decided to do something even more terrifying to override the fear of the scene. And so when I found out they had an actual cottonmouth snake, I said, would you let me pick that up? Because I knew I was one of those people that relaxes when he does stunts or drinks a lot of coffee. I'm
Okay.
one of those guys. And they said, well, we're not comfortable with you doing that, Nick, because you could die. And I said, I promise you I won't die. Just let me actually hold this snake. And those fangs look amazing, and they'll know it's a real snake.
I'll never forget those.
And David said, okay. And so I promised him, and so the trick was to get the snake up in such a way where it didn't shoot poison in Ty's face, because I didn't want that to happen either. So I had to navigate the snake and then very gently toss him into the woods. But that was also scary because at that moment they could turn and bite. So I had
Right.
to be, and I didn't want him to get hurt either, the snake. So.
Now, did you receive this information from the handlers, or is this something that you just inherently know how to handle snakes? Because everything you just said is stuff I didn't know.
Well, I wish I was that cool, but I'm not. I saw a picture in a book, and I remembered you're supposed to pick the snake up behind his head.
Okay, yeah.
And so if you can get control of his head that way, then you've got 95% of it handled.
You've just given everyone a reason to read more books.
Well, or look at pictures in books.
Same
But I
thing.
definitely advocate reading, though.